Practical Talker Sports Show is back on this Friday. MLB postseason baseball is finally here with some playoff games and the wild card games wrapping up. Some playoff games started. Yankees start Game 1 tonight against Minnesota with James Paxton on the hill. Jordan here as always with Tom to my right, Ringo over Skype. Find us on Twitter at Practical Talker Sports Show, at IT Sports_show. Find us on iTunes and Spotify at Practical Talkers.
Yeah. Jordan, we really need you to write these down because every week you either miss one, you switch something up, you don't put the right username.
I got the right username. I just forgot to underscore this, just barely. You're acting like I got the Twitter wrong, the iTunes wrong, and the Spotify wrong.
Well, you got the Twitter wrong.
Yeah, and then I immediately corrected it. I said
Yes,
IT Sports Show.
Every week,
and I'm like, oh, wait, IT Sports
_show.
show.
Every week, one of them is wrong, or you miss one. You go after the show back. Yeah, I forgot the Twitter this week.
Yeah, I forgot the Twitter this week. Anyway. So, yeah, MLB postseason baseball is underway. Yankees start tonight. Mets made some noise. We discussed this on the show either on Monday or last week. I don't remember exactly what day, about whether Mickey Callaway would still have a job. I thought he would still have a job. I didn't think they'd fire him, but they did. Yesterday, Joel Sherman reported that he had a meeting with Brody Van Wagen, and that meeting led to his firing. He's no longer the manager of the Mets. Candidates such as Joe Girardi, Buck Showalter, Carlos Beltran have peaked up.
Dusty Baker was
one of
into
them.
The mix.
Yep.
Joe Madden, but Joe Madden's probably going to take the Angels job.
Honestly, I don't like a lot of these names. Dusty Baker, no thank you. Buck
I think
Showalter.
Carlos Beltran's already out. I don't think like that's a serious thing.
Well, I think
I
someone.
heard his name thrown around.
Yeah, I
heard it too, but I think it's also like, it's not like planned to go anything past that. I think.
Honestly, I take Carlos Beltran over Buck Showalter, Dusty Baker, over a lot of those people. Joe Girardi, I would.
Carlos Beltran hasn't done anything.
Okay, Dusty Baker and Buck Showalter, I do not want.
Well, there's one of the greatest managers of all time.
That's great. Okay, but here we're in the business again, Jordan. Of what have you done for me lately?
What has Carlos Beltran done?
Yeah, what has Carlos Beltran done? You just kind of hurt your own argument. What has he done as a manager?
So, okay, well then, who are you going with?
I would say Joe Girardi.
I'll take Joe Girardi in a heartbeat.
Joe Girardi's there, but someone else who I'm surprised. You have Carlos Beltran thrown in the mix. David Wright has not been.
Oh my
Look
God.
Ringo's face. Oh, that's a no for you, Ringo?
Because I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
We could be like Lou Ford from the Long Island Ducks. He could be
maybe in 5-10 years, David Wright. But let's let him retire first.
David Wright, yeah, no, maybe he could be like a behind the scenes and help out the team.
He already does that.
Yeah, he's not a manager yet.
He's in the front office. Maybe have him be the hitting coach or the bench coach, or give him a coaching title other than manager to start out his career as a coach.
Yeah, you can't give this dude the tools.
You can't just give some. Imagine giving an NFL team to a former player that just finished playing, and not give him an offensive coordinator or a defensive backs coach or a QB coach.
That's a little different, Ringo.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
He has no experience coaching. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. Imagine Josh McCown retiring and then he's going to be a head coach without being a QB coach first or an offensive coordinator first. How does that make sense? You would not be on board for that. So why is David Wright any different?
All right. And what has Carlos Beltran? That's a serious question. What has he done?
Nothing.
That's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking you.
I just said that was a name I heard. I didn't say I agree. Like I want him to job. I say Girardi or Buck Showalter. Mainly Girardi.
I go Girardi first. Just Girardi. Okay? And then maybe Joe Madden.
Maybe Joe Madden. I would take guys with experience. I'll take Joe Girardi. I take Joe Madden. I'll take Buck Showalter.
That's what I said about the Jets.
Pick
when they
one.
Were for a coach.
Yeah, exactly. I would have loved Mike McCarthy over Adam Gase.
Yeah, I said Mike McCarthy from the get-go. Yeah, I said the Jets need a guy with experience, but
yep.
I think Joe Girardi, Buck Showalter. Buck Showalter's a great baseball.
I'll take any three. If you just close your eyes and pick one out of a hat, I'll be happy. I'm not going to nitpick.
Okay, so which three? Let's remember this. Which three are you going with, Ringo? Girardi, Showalter.
I take Girardi, Madden, or Showalter. I'll take.
What about Dusty Baker?
I haven't heard Dusty Baker.
I haven't heard Dusty Baker either.
Okay, well I'm telling you, what about Dusty Baker?
I don't remember.
He would be last on that list.
He was at the
But
Nationals.
if
the
he
Bryce
turns
Harper
out
Nationals didn't work. They didn't work out.
If he gets picked out of that hat, what are you saying?
I would be upset that it's not the other three.
But are you okay
I
with
would be
it?
too. Are you all right with that?
I don't know. I'd have to do a little more research on Dusty.
Yeah, I don't know much about him either.
Yeah.
I know he was with
Crunch
the
some
Cubs.
numbers on him.
I know he's with the Cubs like early 2000s when they made those runs, but they couldn't get over the hump. That the Bartman game was Dusty Baker's teams. Then he was the Nationals manager. They couldn't get it done. But perfect segue. Well, that's about it with the Mets. Fired their manager. And then we'll let you know if anything else happens. But from now on, it's just Mets looking for a manager. So, but speaking of the Nationals, what a game! It was the first wild card game. It was Tuesday night? Right?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday night. They're down against Milwaukee in the bottom of the eighth. What was it, like 3-1?
They were down 3-1, bottom of the eighth. Hader got the bases loaded.
Yeah.
With 2 outs, I think.
Yeah. Hader, one of the better relievers in the game, comes in, gets an out. So it gets a quick out. Guy gets on. I think maybe gets another out.
I think he walked a guy too.
Yeah, it was 2 outs with a guy on, and it looked like it was just okay, smooth sailing. And then another guy got on, and then a big 2-out hit by Juan Soto scores 3. Yeah, it was bases loaded. It
was bases loaded.
It
should have only
one guy
brought
on 2 outs. The bases loaded 2 outs. So it went from smooth sailing to okay, this could be a disaster.
Exactly.
Soto gets a big hit that would have probably scored 2. A base hit to right field with 2 outs. So the guys are running on contact. So the guy from second probably scores. Third, obviously. But the guy from first most likely doesn't score unless the right fielder, who was the right fielder, overran the ball, and it goes right under his glove, and it just kept rolling and rolling away, and the guy from first scores. And in a blink of an eye, snap of a finger, the Brewers go from 1 out away from going into the ninth inning with a 3-1 lead up to bat till now they're going into the ninth inning with their season on the line. And
Insane.
It was just the craziest turn of events one could imagine.
So it's just the right fielder. That's the worst way you could have played that ball. Just because if you
get in front of it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Go down to 1-8, make sure that ball does not get behind you. Because worst case scenario on that single, 1 run scores, maybe.
I think 2 was going to score.
Yeah, maybe
Unless
2.
Corey Posada was on second.
2 was like 100% going to score. I think what he was trying to do was, I think he like overthought it and tried to make a play, like tried to get there as soon as possible and try to make the best play possible, try to get that second guy out. But he should have just played it safer and got in front of it. And it turned out to be the exact opposite, and he let another guy in.
Yeah, that's like more heartbreaking than like. It's going to sound stupid, but I thought there was more heartbreaking than a walk-off loss because you were that close. Like it turned for you that quickly, and then you had to go save your season. It wasn't like it was a tie game, then boom, you lost. No, you were winning, and then boom, you're losing. Now go save your season. Oh, wait, now you lose.
But no, it's heartbreaking. It's not more heartbreaking because guess what? They still had a chance to save their season.
I know.
Yeah,
I still think it is.
I know many people. You're going to be demoralized. Yes, understandably. Yeah. But guess what? Your MLB players go out there, get a run.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like your MLB people go get a run. I'm just talking about like how what a turn that was. You're 1 out away from going into the top of the ninth at bat, and you have a 2-run cushion. Now you're going into the top of the ninth to hit, and your season's on the line with 3 outs left, like that.
Yeah, how the tables turn.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a home run that like one big shot that put the Nationals ahead.
It was
a base.
It was a play a play that should have been made, and it was crazy to see Hader collapse like that on top, like as well.
Yeah, you were 2 outs, runner, 1 guy on base.
It wasn't
2 outs, bases loaded now, and then instead of going in with the at worst going into the ninth with the game tied, your right fielder makes an error. Now you're losing.
It wasn't just one bad pitch. Like in baseball all the time, one pitch can change the game.
Yeah.
It was a series of events like from a pitching standpoint and then from a fielding standpoint.
Yeah.
So that's how heartbreaking it was, and I can somewhat agree with you that it was worse than a walk-off.
Yeah, it wasn't just it
Like-
was a build
like-
up and build up.
It's like pulling off the Band-Aid, all right? You just got
It's
to
a
yank
very-
it. It would have been yanked off if it was a walk-off, but no, they were slowly pulling
Yeah,
it
they
off
threw
and
some water on it,
agonizing
trying to
pain.
loosen it. It
No,
didn't
no
work.
water. It was lemon juice.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just
Put
numb
salt
to
in
it, Tom, because the Mets have done that all season to us.
I was going to say, I got no sympathy.
It's done it like 30 times, so yeah.
Oh,
I was
boy.
shocked watching that game. I was like falling asleep too.
I was going to say,
and
yeah, there was a
it woke me
walk-off
up.
for the Nationals against the Mets, but it was 11-10, so,
Yeah,
that
big
one didn't feel
comeback.
good either.
The Mets did it to them early in the year. The Mets had a big comeback against the Nationals, and then the Nationals later in the year did the same thing to them.
Baseball's a crazy
Yeah.
game.
So yeah, the Nationals in an amazing fashion beat the Brewers in the Tuesday game, and then the AL game on Wednesday the next night was kind of just like whatever. I thought the A's would win that game at home. I was wrong. The Rays and Yandy Diaz had two solo shots. They win 5-1. Charlie Morton looked like a beast on the mound, shutting down the A's hitting. And the Rays bullpen did its job, and the Rays are moving on and on the road.
Two upsets to start the postseason.
You think Nationals beating Milwaukee was an upset?
Yeah, Nationals were the top wild card. You can say that, but the Brewers were the hotter team going in.
Yeah, but they're both good teams. It's not like
I know that. No, I'm not saying that it was like a huge upset, but
Was it
just
like
like
the
I think
Orioles
a lot of
squeaked
people
in
would
there
have picked the
against
Brewers
the
to win
Nationals.
the game.
I thought the Brewers could win. No, I thought the Nationals were going to win.
I thought the Brewers were going to win.
I thought the A's were going to win. I thought the Nationals were going to win.
I think the Nationals is
thought it was-
obviously the better team. I just thought the Nationals might have lost because they're the Nationals, and that's what they do.
I thought it was A's and Brewers. I thought those were going to be the
I thought
winners.
it was
that
A's and
night.
Nationals.
And it was the exact
Yeah, no,
opposite.
the Rays is more ups.
Yeah,
shocking.
definitely more. But I just,
They
I don't know. I
5-1.
just figured
A's could,
the
A's couldn't do anything.
the Brewers being that hot going in, and I think out of the Brewers and the Nationals, I think the Brewers are the better team to possibly knock off the Dodgers.
No, I think the Nationals are. Even though the Nationals did lose last night, Game 1,
Yeah,
I think the Nationals are based off their pitching.
I'm not saying they have no shot. I'm just saying that I thought the Brewers would have matched up better against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I think the Nationals would. The Nationals have better. So they have a three-headed monster. They just couldn't beat. They just couldn't hit Walker Buehler yesterday.
So, but going with baseball, I read or heard somewhere, I think it was on ESPN, Dan Le Batard show or one of those, that there's somebody who bet around $3 million for the Astros to win the World Series to win around $7 million. That's a bet I don't think. Even if I had
this guy must have
$3
$3 million to spend.
That's exactly
like he's
right.
Like Floyd Mayweather money. Like,
This
oh,
isn't the
it was a quick $3
NBA
million.
where you have between one or two teams. The MLB is
And as good as the Astros are, like the A's and the Rays, like yeah, the Astros are the better team than both of them, but they're just annoying teams to play. The A's and the Rays, and out of all the matchups in the NL and the AL first rounds, the team that matches, you can say I'm biased, but the best team that matches up the best in round one is the Yankees against the Twins. That's the best matchup for a team in the playoffs. I think the Yankees match up good against the Twins. The Yankees and the Twins have the same strengths. They have the same weaknesses, but can the Yankees do it better? Yeah, I think the Yankees can do it better. Can you trust, even though the Yankees' rotation's kind of been like iffy, like it's been on and off, hot and cold this year, who do you trust more in the postseason, the Yankees' rotation or the Twins' rotation? Can you trust the Yankees' rotation? Who has the better bullpens? Obviously, the Yankees. What players do you trust more in the postseason, the Yankees or the Twins hitting? The Yankees. Even though the Twins,
I agree.
Even though the Twins have great hitting, they're right
okay,
behind the
but
Yankees in terms of
why
home
am I
runs.
trusting the Yankees rotation more? Why?
More experience. Severino pulled it together last year. Tanaka's a good postseason pitcher. The Yankees bullpen has postseason experience, and they're already good. Paxton has been amazing since the All-Star break. That's why I trust the Yankees pitching. I think I think it's obvious to say the Astros will win the first round, but the Rays are just that annoying, pesky team that won't go away, and Charlie Morton's going to wind up facing.
They won't go away. Bam, swept them.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think the Rays hitting is going to match up against the Astros pitching. But maybe the Rays can win a game. I think the Rays maybe can
I
win a
keep
game.
forgetting the Astros got Greinke. Like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, they have Greinke, Cole, Verlander, and Wade Miley's a solid pitcher. He's like he can come out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
They forget that Wade Miley had a decent year this year.
He did. I had him in fantasy. He wouldn't like He wouldn't like last long and get me like quality starts and wins all that much, but his ERA was always down.
Yeah. The Astros have a four-headed monster. Rays just feel like that annoying team, like the A's, it's just like the way they go about their games. Like the Rays will probably go with an opener some games. Like the A's probably would have if they would have faced Houston. Unlike Houston, just going to go straight starters. Yankees might have to go with an opener if they get to Game 4, depending on how the series goes. Because they got Paxton, Tanaka. What did we say? I said Paxton, Tanaka, Severino. In that order, and
I agree with that. With the lineup they brought out there, the rotation that they brought out there.
Yeah, but the Yankees start tonight, 7:00, puck drop. Yeah, it's 7:00 first pitch. Paxton versus Barrios.
Yeah, I think it's Barrios.
Yeah. You trust the hitter like Judge. My brother told me last night. Judge has like 8 home runs in 17 postseason games. So Judge is that consistent postseason hitter that you trust. He's a guy to lean on. Gary last year did nothing because he had that awful last year. This year his average wasn't good, but his power numbers were there, and now he's coming off an injury. Can he still keep those power numbers even though the postseason the pitching limits the power in the postseason? Encarnacion is a good postseason player. That's a good player to have. I don't know. Is he back for tonight? I know he's on the roster, but I don't know if he's going to be playing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So I was going to ask, are you happy with the roster?
All I know is that CeCe didn't make it, but we get.
Well, CeCe didn't make it. There's 4 outfilders.
Yeah.
I think
yes.
Around how many first basemen?
Yes. Oh, yeah. We discussed this the other day. We talked about this. They took out Frazier from the postseason roster and gave his spot to Mike Ford. So now you're
I don't think Mike Ford is on there.
Are you sure? I saw something that Frazier's locker was given to Mike Ford.
No, let's see.
I think the Yankees just tweeted out their whole roster. So
yeah, go to the Yankees Twitter. I saw something yesterday on Twitter that Frazier's locker was given to Mike Ford.
Let's see. Luke Voigt makes the roster over Mike Ford.
Yeah, I don't see Mike Ford.
Yeah, so no, the roster.
Let me see the roster.
Yeah.
Infielders are Edwin Encarnacion, Didi, LeMahieu, Torres, Urshela, and Voigt. Infielder, outfielder, Tyler Wade. Outfielder, Gardner, Judge, Maben, and Stanton.
Okay.
And then you got Romine and
about
Sanchez.
Ford getting his locker, so I thought that he took his spot on the line but okay. Yeah. All right, so now you have 4 outfielders.
The Yankees went with the hashtag next man up.
Yeah, it makes sense after this
year.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yankees Twitter posted something about like they've had 31 guys on the IL this year, and it's insane. But yeah, my point was going to be that at first, until I realized Mike Ford wasn't on the roster, which I was critical of it. At first, I was going to say, why are you not taking out an outfielder in Clint Frazier, who's a good bat, and putting in a third first baseman? That wouldn't have made sense. But now I was wrong. They have 2 first basemen, Encarnacion and Voigt. Encarnacion, clutch hitter on Toronto. Good. He was a good postseason hitter when he was on Toronto. So that's something to be confident in when I compare.
That's what you want to see this time around.
That's something to be confident when I compared the hitting to Minnesota's. Minnesota's does have a veteran in Nelson Cruz, who is a very good postseason hitter. Went to 2 World Series back-to-back with Texas. They did lose. It wasn't just his fault, but just the team lost back-to-back. You got Encarnacion. They probably have to mix it up. Because you'll have the outfield is going to be Judge to right to left, Judge, Gardner, Stanton. Then behind the plate, you're going to have Gary. And then the infield gets tricky. I'm looking forward to see who gets the nod to start. Because one guy's going to be on the bench out of Urshela, Didi, Glaber, Voigt, Encarnacion, and DJ. That's 6 guys. One of them is going to be on the bench today.
Well, you have to think LeMahieu and Glaber are locks.
Or wait, because of DH?
Because let's just say Encarnacion at first, Glaber at second. I don't even know.
It's probably
well, you go Glaber.
DK
If you're not doing Didi at short, you're going Glaber at short.
I get the person out, the odd man out is LeMahieu in my mind.
What?
Not at all.
What? Wait, LeMahieu's not playing?
Well, no, he's going to be on that bench ready to go, but I think it's going to.
He's not going to. Well, maybe he's not going to be in the starting lineup.
Nope.
You're insane.
I don't think
You're
so.
insane.
Oh my
As
God.
much as I said he was going to play first base.
Oh my
No,
God.
As much as I said he's going to be.
DJ LeMahieu's not going to be in the starting lineup. You're insane. He's leading off.
Tommy Cole takes right back at
Tommy
it.
Cole takes. Oh my God.
As much as I said he's going to.
No, the odd man
This
out,
is what I see happening. As much as I love
I
Luke
think the
Voigt,
odd man out is going to be Luke Voigt or Edwin Encarnacion.
I think it's as much as I love Luke Voigt, it might be Luke Voigt.
It's going to
This
be
is what
Luke
I see.
Voigt. Yeah.
DJ at first, Glaber at second, Didi at short, Urshela at third, and Encarnacion DHing, Gary behind the plate, at DJ again at first.
Yes, but on
DJ LeMahieu.
I think we're going to sit Judge tonight.
Yeah, let's sit
I think
Judge.
we're going to sit
But no,
Judge.
in all honesty, no. It's going to be Voigt just because he barely made it onto this roster. I know he's not playing.
Yeah, you knew that the whole time, Tom.
No, okay, all right, Ringo. Yep. Oh my God! Did you see the reaction I got out of Jordan with my friend DJ LeMahieu?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
you think?
it's a safety cushion for you to say you were just joking around.
I'm the one who said DJ LeMahieu should be playing first the whole time.
Yeah, but then you say this. We don't know if you're serious. You can't. Don't.
Okay, fine. From
You
now
say
on, I
something
will
on
not.
the show. Mean it. Oh my God. Yeah,
it's
but as
gonna-
much as I love Luke Voigt, I unfortunately see him getting the bench.
Yeah, I
Coming out.
think he's the number one to get the bench
And
spot.
you can mix him into the starting lineup, like you could have him at DH, and bench Urshela and put DJ at third and have Encarnacion at first. You can have games like that, so you have that option. That's how I see it. You'll have Maben on the bench, you'll have Voigt on the bench, you'll have Romine on the bench, and you'll have
Tyler Wade on the bench.
Tyler Wade on the bench who can play anywhere but catcher and first, pretty much, and pitcher.
He could play first.
Tyler Wade can't play first.
He could play first.
No, okay.
If you're a baseball player, you can play first base.
Yeah, you can
That's
play
it.
first.
All right, it's simple
If
as
you
that.
have the-
See,
if you have the
I'm
word
surprised CeCe didn't make it as a
Yeah,
first baseman
I
onto
know.
this playoff roster.
If you have the word utility next to your name, you can play first. Yep. Yeah, but
Somehow injuries
So-
or something, he ends up playing first.
So then the bullpens, what's the bullpen looking like? Chapman. Oh, wait, pull the roster back up. Sorry, Tom. Do you have it still there? There it is. So you got the bullpen looking like, I just banged my elbow. Britton, Sessa. God, I hope I never see Sessa. Chapman, Green, Happ. God, I hope I never see J.A. Happ. Canely, Wiseca, Tyler Lyons. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, so a lot of people are saying they don't even know who
James
he is.
Paxton, Severino, and Tanaka. I don't want to see Sessa, and I do not want to see J.A. Happ. That's gonna be
So
that's an
basically
automatic loss.
All the star pitchers have to make at least 6 innings.
I'm saying is I don't want to see J.A. Happ.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that there's not many people in that bullpen.
I know, yeah. You're gonna see Sessa. You're gonna see Happ. I don't want to see Happ though. Happ, it's like that's a.
Has
game
Happ
ready to
come out
lose.
from the bullpen this year at
I
all?
don't know. All
All
I
right,
know is
so-
every game he starts, this dude's guaranteed 4
No, I
runs.
know. But I know maybe you could just gotta have some hope that maybe coming out of the bullpen it's less pressure.
And the
or
last
more
time these
pressure.
two teams faced each other was in Minnesota, and it was like a combined
Yeah.
186 runs in 3 games. Remember that series? Where every team, they just kept scoring and scoring and scoring and scoring, and then it had to, bless you, the game had to be saved. Aaron Hicks, he's going to be probably out for the year. Aaron Hicks made that diving catch in center. Remember that series?
I think so.
You don't remember that series?
Oh yes. Yeah, it was like it was left center.
Yeah, he made that diving catch.
Yes.
Yeah, and that series, every game was like double digits to double digit scores. It was insane.
Yes, I remember it.
It was insane. So, but in the postseason, it's good pitching. So the score, it's not going to be a shootout every game. But hey, with the Twins pitching,
It could be because it's the postseason.
It's, yeah.
At the same time,
Good pitching. Pitching. It's baseball. All right, you never know. Someone could go out there and
This
just get
series
shelled.
is so weird
When
because
it's
as good
like
as the offenses are, they can go to sleep in the postseason, and as shaky as the pitching is, they can let the offenses explode. So this series could be an
with
explosion.
postseason baseball, if you're like that Nationals Brewers game, if you're down 3-1 late, the game's pretty much over any time in the regular season for the most part.
I know.
Like more like 7-8 times out of 10. But postseason baseball, the way that these teams get back in the game, like almost like that every single time, it's insane.
It's amazing. One guy gets on base, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah, it's like
That's all you need is one guy on base.
it's as if it's the third guy getting on
I
base.
know.
It's
You
crazy.
could be down 3-0 in the 8th. First batter gets on. It's like, all right, here we go. What's going to happen this inning? It's amazing. Is it? That's something it's good you brought it up because I forgot. I was thinking about this watching that Nationals game. Do you think it's like in the regular season, the team's up 3-0 in the 8th, and a guy gets on with an out, and it's kind of like no big deal? But a guy gets on in the playoffs in the 8th inning, down 3-0 with an out.
The stakes.
Is it because of like the stress that's on the pitcher?
That's it. That's
and
why
it's
that's
overwhelming.
What you and regular saying is you're like, one guy gets on and then look, it's gonna be that's because
it's the stress, like the overwhelming pressure that has to.
Yeah,
that's
but
what I thought it was.
I'm not saying that the pitching is bad. I mean, it is because they're letting that up. But I'm just saying the hitters just find a way to get it done all the time.
But it's also because.
And they have the stakes are the opposite on them. Their backs up against the wall, and they find a way.
No, but you're also saying this because it's the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's the same way in the regular season. There's been a ton of games like that. Where
you're going to get. I'm not saying it's irrelevant in the regular season. I'm just saying. Well, yes, that's true too. No, I'm not saying it doesn't happen in the regular season. What I'm saying is if you're in the regular season, maybe it happens like 6-7 times out of 10, maybe probably even less. But in the postseason, it just feels like it always happens. All these teams find a way to get back in more than not.
If the Yankees in a July game against the Cubs are down 3-0 in the 8th and they get a run on first, the Yankees, I'm not like, all right, here we go. And as a Cubs fan, they're not like, oh no. But in the playoffs, it's just a guy gets on your and every time you're just like, oh, here we go. Here comes a rally. Here comes something interesting.
It's a different mindset because not every game is a do or die game, but you got to treat every game that way.
So I was interested because
look at the Braves game yesterday. It was 7-6.
Yeah. The Braves are winning. The Braves are winning. The Cardinals blew it up, and the Braves almost came back, but they didn't.
Yeah. So the Cardinals. I want that series obviously to go to the Cardinals, just like Dodgers, Nationals. I'll take the Dodgers, I guess. But I was interested to look at the Twins-Yankees first game just because you guys are saying, I don't know if it's going to be a lot of runs, no runs. So I'm looking at what Vegas is thinking. Over, under, 9. 9 runs for the first game.
Yeah.
Are you going over or under, Jordan?
I say over. It's playoffs. They hit.
You got the two best of starters for the first game. I say under.
I know, but sometimes it doesn't mean anything.
I know, and sometimes it can mean everything.
Yes, no, I know.
Right?
Technically, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Like we go over.
And technically, I'm not right.
Yeah. And guess what? Guess what time the first pitch is at?
It's a weird one.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's like 7:06.
It's 7:07.
7:07. Yeah, it's a weird one.
I looked at it. I'm like, okay, well, that's a little odd. It could be 7:05.
That's why the Yankees and the Twins series is the last one to start, but the Nationals had to play 2 games in 3 days. That was weird. That sucks for the Nationals.
Well, does it?
I don't know why. I don't know why
it sucks, but maybe it's the like. Maybe it benefits them.
Shut out yesterday.
You say maybe?
I don't know why they did it 2 NL games, 2 AL games. Usually, like they switch it up. Like usually, it's 1 NL, 1 AL, 1 NL, 1 AL.
No, tonight every team plays. Everybody plays tonight.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it's back. Yeah, baseball is back to backs.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, just from the standpoint, like I just thought it was weird that they to open it Thursdays. It was 2 NL teams.
Yeah, maybe she won Astros. But it was the way they scheduled it. It's because they could have won Yankees Thursday night with the
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, with you could have gave the Nationals an extra day off. Went Yankees Thursday night and went Braves Cardinals Thursday night.
Yeah,
because both those series did not have to worry about a wild card at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you could have went that Thursday night. But hey, Yankees got an extra day off. Hey. Sometimes the extra time off is good. Sometimes it's good to just go right back into it. That's every sport.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's just every team. It's every sport. Every team's different with the way they handle it, and it's a different outcome depending on how the teams handle it.
Yeah. Islanders and Blue Jackets swept their first round series and had a year off until second round. What happened second round? But they both get swept.
Yeah, it's like the NFL. You see it. Well, now you'll see it pretty much every week. Someone's going to have a bye week. Some teams are going to come out well prepared. They use that week to really look into film and look into the team that they're going to play after the bye week, come out and crush them. Some teams are going to come out and lose after the bye week. Some players are going to go to Turks and Caicos or whatever they went to. It's how it all depends.
Yeah, like yesterday, the Rams, now to transition into football talk now. Yesterday, the Rams had Sunday game and then a Thursday game. Wait. A Sunday, everyone has Sunday and Thursday. Rams had a very tough. That's what I had to emphasize. Very tough, and during Sunday game against Tampa, they come into Thursday on the road, and you expect them maybe to like not look that
just
good.
Roll over.
Yeah, just roll over after a really tough loss to Tampa, where it scores like 55 to 40 something. Defense couldn't do anything. Got that 3 picks. It was just an ugly loss that really took a lot out of them. You expect them to go into Seattle and like really suck. They did lose. They did start off very slow, but boy, there was one point they just couldn't get stopped. The Seahawks couldn't stop the Rams, and it wasn't for a missed field goal. Rams win that game.
That's what I was going to say. They had the game.
Yeah, they had the game. And they took a stupid delay of game penalty, but then got back into field goal range and some more yards, and then he just missed it wide right. But yeah, it's weird like that. You expect teams like, the Rams coming in short week on the road.
That's what's going to happen.
Last night we got another good Thursday night game.
Yeah, back-to-back Thursday night games.
We got the spread at even. It went back to 1.5, and I think we all picked the Seahawks.
Yeah,
is that right?
We would have lost because we wouldn't have got the spread.
We would have lost because we wouldn't have covered.
Yeah, we all picked
Go back to that tape. All right?
Monday had to pick them. Yeah, Monday had even. So we just all won Seahawks.
But now you were saying that they just had a tough Sunday game, and now they had a tough opponent on the road Thursday game. The Giants, they're taking on the Vikings Sunday, which we'll get into when we preview Week 5. But, yep, they're taking on the Giants. And then next week, Week 6, they take on the Patriots away on Thursday.
Yeah,
so they're in the same boat depending on how
Are they home against Vikings?
That was like
they are home against.
I remember the Jets. I think last year opening up the first 3 games in the season, they had 3 games in 10 days. They had the Monday night game, then they had the following Sunday, and then they played the Week 3 was Thursday night. So they had 3 games in 10 days.
Okay, so instead of 3 games in 11 days, they had 3 games in 10 days.
No, it's 3 games in 11 days. You think is normal?
Well, no, because you said they played the Monday night game, but they played Sunday.
They played Monday and then Sunday, and then after that Sunday they played the Thursday.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if they wouldn't have played the Monday game, they would have just played the regular Sunday, right?
It doesn't matter what the days stay the same, whether it's Sunday or Monday. I'm just telling you what days the games are on.
Yes, I know, but that's
it's still it's still a 10-game span, a 10-day span with 3 football games.
Yes, but what I'm
He's asking if that one extra day, let's say the Jets played Sunday instead of Monday, does that one extra day?
So that's what every team does. It's just one day. Instead of 11 days, it's 10 days. Okay, Ringo, you're going through your head like you're trying to figure out the Da Vinci Code, all right? It's just simple.
No, you're making it that way.
No, Jordan's understand what I'm saying. They're played Monday instead of Sunday.
I understand that, but it was just crazy to think that the Jets had 3 games in 10 days when it's usually like when you think about it,
11 days.
What?
It's 3 games in 11 days.
That's usually what it is. If all the teams are doing.
If like the Steelers play this Sunday and then they play next Sunday, and then the game after that is a Thursday, they have 3 games in 11 days.
No, I know. I'm not saying the Jets are the only team to ever do it. It's obviously possible, but to open up a season with a rookie quarterback, it was a lot at first.
Yes. Okay. Now, when you said open up the season, yes, that's yes. Okay, there you go. But the rookie quarterback, I don't think the people who make the NFL schedule are like, oh, they have a rookie quarterback. We can't.
Oh no. I'm not saying it was done maliciously or anything. It is what it is, and it happened. And
yes, okay, but yes,
that's all I'm
saying.
saying.
The season, all right, that's different.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
I did say open up the season. I never said rookie quarterback, but yes.
We got back to it, but all right. Another good segue now into the Jets situation right now with Mono Darnold. He came back to practice.
He was never.
I can give like firsthand analysis here because I know how it feels. I had it last year.
Jordan DeLuciano, our mono expert.
Mono expert. Let's bring him in. No, they bring in like the penalty specialist every time a flag gets thrown in football every 6 seconds.
Yeah, you're a Mike Panera.
I'm Mike Panera, Brett. So, Darnold comes back to practice. He's not cleared for contact. He just throws around. Just because he's throwing a football doesn't mean anything.
He got a lot of first-team reps, but
yeah, he's coming back from mono after he lost weight and hasn't done anything and looked horrible week 1, probably because of the mono. And his first practice was Wednesday. First time he's seen a football field since week 1 Sunday. And no shot he was playing Sunday. And if he did play him, they would have been morons.
If the doctors, it was all said like the beginning of this week when he came back to practice, that today was the day that the doctors had to make a decision if he was clear or not, if his spleen went down.
The doctors are sane people, and they said this is insane.
No, I know. But if the doctors cleared him and like his spleen and he was okay for contact, the Jets most likely would have played him on Sunday.
That would have been insane.
And I disagree with that like wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
like,
that would have been insane. The point.
Yeah,
This dude, let's just take the fact away that if this guy gets hit hard, his spleen can burst because it's fresh. It's just recovered. You don't it's just healed. All right, it's
even
not
if
been
he's
like a
medically
month.
cleared, I get the doctors are saying that he can go on the field, but that doesn't mean he should.
Yeah,
What's the hurt of giving him one more week of rest, even if he's cleared? Now it's a bigger problem because he's not cleared and we don't know when. Now it's a bigger problem because he's not cleared and we don't know when he's going to be cleared, and this could all have next week can be the same exact routine.
So let's just take the fact that like this spleen is just healed, and a just healed spleen, if it gets hit again on Sunday, it could be even more damage. Just take that out of the equation. Let's put this in the equation that this guy hasn't played football since week 1 Sunday where he looked awful, and now his first practice was Wednesday. You're going to throw him into a game? If I got thrown – when I got cleared – for contact last year when I was sick, you threw me into a practice, I would have been a disaster.
He has not done anything, cardio, lifting, practicing, nothing for 3 full weeks.
This guy's body's not ready for this.
You throw him in there Wednesday practice, and he's still not cleared for contact, not cleared for contact Thursday. Waiting to
Friday,
see if
he's cleared for contact.
Yeah,
In a game.
Yeah. Just because, let's just say the doctor said that he's cleared for contact and the spleen's down to a normal size. How is that still a smart decision to start him on Sunday? It makes no sense whatsoever. I understand. I understand.
But I don't want to hear the no lifting part, the no lifting this and all that. I don't really view that as anything. Just basically based on Sam Darnold, the position. Like that's like saying Ben Roethlisberger. Let's not throw him in. He wasn't lifting. He didn't practice.
Meaning like he didn't work out.
I know. But what I'm saying is, it's. You look at Ben Roethlisberger, his body type and everything. I don't think he needs to lift and work out.
You took the lifting thing and you ran to Mars with
it.
He wasn't doing anything.
I guarantee you. I mean, I have no way of knowing this, but he threw the ball. he threw the ball yesterday, Thursday, and Wednesday. I guarantee you his arm's sore because he hasn't done it in 3 weeks. So you're gonna.
I can guarantee you he's probably out of breath and tired, and that's all because of mono.
Like I said before,
and yes, that I understand that. If he's cleared on Friday, do not play him. I agree with both of you. Not only do you risk it if he takes a big hit, he's just not.
He's not going to look good.
Yeah, so just give him a full week of practice. Understandable.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't give a guy Wednesday and then say Friday. Wednesday's his first time seeing a football field
of limited practice. He's not even fully practicing.
Practice, no contact. Friday, okay, you're going to go into a game situation Sunday. Now you're going to get contact with your first experience in 4 weeks. Yeah, good luck. Yep. It'll be a disaster. He can get really hurt and look bad.
I'd rather play it safe than sorry.
Yeah, why are you rushing this? It's your franchise quarterback.
There's no reason.
As someone said, if there was a team to murder their franchise quarterback, it would be the Jets.
It would be the Jets, and it showed because they were ready. If the doctors cleared him, they would have started him, and I would have disagreed with that. It's insane. It's insane that a professional football team, there's a million people like Gase and Joe Douglas, whoever is helping make the decision, that they would have most likely said yes to him playing. And I don't understand how a professional football team does that.
CYA, just to cover himself. He probably would have just thrown Darnold in there because he doesn't want to have to hear from the higher-ups or the fans, or he's worried about his seat getting a little bit warm.
Sam Darnold literally said, I don't want to die. Didn't he say that yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah. He goes, I'm trying not, something along the lines of, I'm trying not to die.
Yeah. you
but
could.
But Darnold,
okay,
throughout this whole process,
here's the thing.
Darnold...
So then with that, if he gets cleared to play and they say, yeah, we're going to play, Sam Darnold could later say, no, I'm not playing.
Well, no. If he does... he would have agreed with what the doctor said, and if his spleen went down to a normal size, he would have played.
You know what your body's feeling.
He wants to get out there and stuff, and I don't blame him. He's going to say that regardless. So you can't go by but Sam wants to play. You can't go by that because that's a guarantee.
I'm not saying that if he wants to play. I'm saying if he doesn't want to play.
But I'm telling you that he wouldn't have said that he doesn't want to play unless he really felt like he wasn't ready. Which
that's what I'm saying. He knows
during
his
press conferences all week. He feels like he's ready.
Or if he was
like I said, if I was much worse than him. I was gone for like 2 months, but when my spleen started getting back to normal, and it got back to normal, and I was cleared to work out, like Sam Darnold's cleared for just to exercise, I still were like, yeah, you can't go back to hockey. You can't. There's no way you can.
There's no
even though you're cleared to exercise and your spleen's back to normal, you can't yet. You can't. And I'm like, I was upset because I really wanted to go back, but I'm like, I would be a detriment to I'd be horrible out there, and I would get extreme risk of getting the spleen ruptured and being out for God knows how long if I would have went back.
For life.
Yeah.
For life. R.I.P. Jordan. So now, there's 2 things with this I want to talk about. One is there's no need to rush Sam Darnold. It's not like the Jets are making any run towards the playoffs. And 2, Jordan, when you had it, right, you were cleared and you were fine for a month or so, whatever it was. And then I remember you were going on vacation and it came back.
Last summer. I got a flare-up, they call it.
Yeah, flare-up. So now there's no way we can know if Sam Darnold, say week 10 comes down the road, he gets a flare-up, and then he's out for another couple weeks. So,
yeah.
Just
the Epstein-Barr virus, what is it called in the medical field? Not other than mono, it's called the Epstein-Barr virus. It stays in your system for a long time. You just got to live with it and deal with it. And I deal with it because I know I get a lot more fatigued than I used to. I'll probably get a lot better in like a year or so, but like it's over a year removed, so it's still in my system. I still feel the fatigue from it when I work out or do any extra activity. I sweat like I'm in the attic anytime I do the minimalist of activity, I sweat like I'm doing jumping jacks in the attic. I'm just drenched. It's just I'm feeling the effects of it. So,
all right. But now, before we get into another player who came back to practice in what seems to be record time and alien-like time, let's just see, Ringo. Your Jets are taking on your Eagles. How is this game going to fold?
Oh, wow. How is it fold, or who am I rooting for?
Well, well, obviously you're rooting for the Jets, but then when the Eagles win, you'll be like, oh, it's the Eagles.
No, I'm going to be upset. I mean, I'm expecting the Jets to lose.
The Islanders lose to the Capitals. I'm going to be upset the Islanders lost to the Capitals.
Yeah, no, it's like Jets are all the way up on the ladder, and Eagles are like at least 10 steps down. It's not like it's not on the same level.
How many rungs are on this ladder, though?
What?
How many rungs are on the ladder?
A lot.
So only 10 steps is not that much, then.
That's no,
right.
But obviously I do like the Eagles a little bit. I like to root for them too, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, the Jets are going into Philly. I wonder how that prediction that fan tweeted at Rich Cimini about how they're going to go into Philly and win. They're going to go to beat Dallas.
Yeah, no. I saw that.
Obviously, it's not going to work out because Darnold's not playing, but
Oh, yeah. But wait till
it's a
Darnold
big
comes
setback
back.
to that overall prediction.
Yeah, big setback that your quarterback's still not healthy. And even if he was, you're still not winning this week in Philly. And you're still not beating the Cowboys because your team still isn't good. God.
So, yeah, bro, do you have anything to look forward to watching this Jet game?
It's just another game with Luke Falk, and I just want to see Adam Gase have any type of creativity on this offense.
Speaking of creativity, I got to give credit where credit's due. I've been heavy critical on my Steelers.
Steelers.
You got to work with what you got, and they changed it up. It was Cincinnati. They changed it up. The offense, Wildcat, 2 running back sets, jet sweeps.
But I thought you and Ringo said that the Wildcat couldn't work anymore. Why are people doing it?
They made it work.
Well, obviously, I knew it could work.
It's not going to work consistently. Like next week, the Steelers aren't doing the Wildcat.
I don't think you're bringing it out for 4 quarters every down, and Mason
and
Rudolph's
you're not bringing it up for 4
bench.
games. You're not bringing up maybe like that's probably the only time we might see it.
If you
this
could
year.
stay creative and change the different things to just a read option, then yes, you could keep on doing it. Maybe throw a throw in there and everything, and change it up and be creative.
Suck. So, but you got to give credit. Like Gaze has to work with what he's got. Like the Steelers, they worked with what they got. 2 running back sets, wild card, jet sweeps, different looks like RPOs. Read options, which they gave a screen to the tight ends.
But
they
Adam
changed
Gase,
up the offense. Adam Gase has to do that.
He's looked so bad that even if Darnold's back 100% healthy and everything, let's say 2 weeks from now, I don't even have the confidence that the offense is going to look that much different.
Yeah, because they
like
just
not on Sam Darnold's fault. Hopefully it does look different on Sam Darnold's back. But with Gase, I just just the play calling these last 3 weeks have been so flat.
Yeah, they look very bland.
Well, Ringo, do you think at the end of the year, or even maybe before the end of the year, that you'll have another team of yours without a head coach / manager?
No.
Do you think he has at least 2 seasons?
No, you got to give Gase 2 seasons. You can't just fire a guy after 1 season.
Game. It's just
I think he has not an excuse, but he has something to fall back on, seeing how
if these 3 games, if nothing changes for the rest of the season, then yeah, maybe I can see him getting fired.
Yeah,
but
you need a catastrophe.
And then they go 0-16 or 1-15 or 2-14, yes, I can see him getting fired. But if they get it together and there's a little something there, then he's gonna have the second year, which he was always gonna get.
Yeah, and he needs catastrophe in order to not get
I
second
think
year.
Obviously what's helping him is Sam Darnold's out.
Yeah, you can kind of use that. But yeah, they look bland. And the Steelers don't have much weapons left either because now Juju and Connor might not play along with Vance McDonald on Sunday.
You got Le'Veon Bell rushing 56 times this year for 163 yards.
Oh, God.
That is not good.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the numbers just because I'm looking at the Eagle-Jet match.
Well, that's also the offensive line has been abysmal into this week.
I don't blame that on Le'Veon Bell. I'm just saying that's bland.
I'm not fully taking it away. I'm not fully taking the blame off Le'Veon either.
Yeah, he's not great. He's just okay. He's something you can work with. Like the Steelers did Jalen Samuels and James Conner. 2 running backs set. Wildcat. They mixed it up on Monday, and the offense looked good. I know it's the Bengals, but you got to give credit. The Steelers' offense isn't that great. They mixed it up. They had a new game plan. They did new stuff. It looked good. The Jets, it's just been bland, boring. Yep.
And then you look on the other side,
the
Eagles, where the Eagles always have an offensive playbook that seems like it never ends. You have Jordan Howard, who has 16 less carries than Le'Veon Bell, but over 20 more yards. 40 carries for 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. So
back to the point that I was saying with the offensive line, it's been very bad this season. And going into this week, Adam Gase said, I think we have 8 total offensive linemen, and going into this week, the best 5 are going to start. He's no one's job is safe.
But so then here comes the play of you know what you have. So guess what? You have to throw the ball quicker. You have to do a couple different types of runs. Then the whole stopwatch thing. Get that ball out in less than 2 seconds. Then.
The offensive line is underperforming. They on paper they're not this bad, but right now they're this bad, so you got to adapt.
Yeah, I go back to the Steelers. It was for the first time we've ripped Tomlin for his coaching mistakes, but this Monday they had a good game plan. They stuck to it and they were efficient with it.
Tomlin. Great extension.
Give him another extension. Give him another 4 years.
Yes,
anyway,
it was the Bengals.
This what the Jets should take in mind.
Yes, it was the Bengals, but you still got to give them credit because
the Steelers short passes the whole game, short quick throws the whole game, and then they burned them on a deep ball to Deontay Johnson because it was just short quick passes and runs the whole game. Then the Steelers burned them on a deep ball, touchdown deep ball to Deontay Johnson.
I don't know if Adam Gase understands this, but it's called a game plan for a reason, not a season plan. You have to change things game by game.
Mix it up. You got to mix it up. You can't expect Luke
He's not changing anything.
Well, I don't trust any plan that Adam Gase has right now because his plan for Sam Darnold was awful.
So it's just, and he's trying to use the Sam Darnold plan for fall. Like this is just not how things work.
The Jets are going to lose this Sunday, but can they lose and look okay?
Exactly.
That's what you want as a Jets fan.
I want you to know I'm rooting for the Jets this week, okay? Just because
the Giants are back in the Super Bowl race. They need the Eagles out of the NFC East. That's why. But
also, I would if the Giants were 0-4 right now, I'd still be rooting for the Jets. I don't want to see I don't want to see the Eagles. Yeah. If that means then you have 2 teams from the NFC East going into the playoffs because you have the winner and then the wild card, I would rather just have whoever the winner is. I just don't want any of them.
All right, so Tom, you mentioned what's going. We have 10 minutes here. What's going on with the Giants?
We got to do this quick because we got to get to our picks.
I got to our picks, and I want to talk hockey briefly.
So
10 minutes.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But quickly, Saquon Barkley supposed to be out around 8 weeks. Let's just say 8 weeks, and that was week 3 he got injured. So that's a little over a week and a half ago. He's already back at practice, cutting, running.
They're not play this week.
No, he's not. He's not.
Good.
And then supposedly people have said maybe Patriots game. No. Give him off that game too.
Yeah.
Okay? No.
I saw that
back.
he was eyeing a week 6 return, which is
still
see how
Patriots,
it looks.
right?
No, week 6 is the Patriots. Like they give him off, okay? Let him rest, let him heal. Don't rush him back, and then he has that high ankle sprain for the rest of the season. All right? Let's get him to 100% and see what we have to do. Yes, they're 2-2 and people are clamoring, "Oh, they might make it." Like, no, I don't care. You don't want your star player to be injured, hurt, or not even able to play down the road because you rush him back. It's just same thing with Darnold. I know Darnold is different. It's mono. It's not a high ankle sprain, but no need to rush him back. No need to rush Saquon back. Just let them heal.
Let them heal. I said it on the show before. Odell had a high ankle sprain, ruined his whole season last year, or the year before. But I know he had a high ankle sprain.
2017.
Yeah, ruined his whole season. So no need to rush your franchise running back, the best running back in the league, back into the lineup with this team against the Patriots on a short week. On Thursday, and Sunday he's already out, but no need to rush him on a short week.
I was going to say, this plays well because you give him off this game and you give him off the Patriots, and then you have that long rest. I don't even know, when's their bye week? Because that also comes into play. I don't think their bye week is for a little while.
The Giants?
The Giants, yes. Let's see. Yeah, so their bye week is going to be, let's see, right after the Jets game. So, let's see.
So what, that's week 11, I think?
Yeah, so they got a deep bye. So he'll be back before then. But still, 8 weeks is a given timetable, around, 6 to 8 weeks. So if he gets back right after the Patriots game or even after the Cardinals game, that's still well before what anyone would ever thought. So don't rush it back, all right? Just get healthy.
And Wayne Gallman looked good enough. Even if he does half of what he did last week, that's still all you could ask for.
Yeah, and that's what
Wayne Gallman's gonna be able to keep up that.
No. I know, but that's why I said even if you hope for him to do half of what he did last week until Saquon gets back, that's all you could ask.
And that's what Pat Shurmur has to understand and realize and change his game plan and be creative.
Yeah, you work with what you got and adjust to what you got and come out with different looks, do new stuff. The Steelers did on Monday, even though it was the Bengals, and the Steelers have looked like crap this year.
I was going to say, the first game Jones was in, they did a read option. I thought I would never see a read option as a Giants fan.
He's so fast. I didn't realize how fast Daniel Jones is. He's quick.
It's deceptive.
It is. All right, so since we're on football, we'll go into our picks, and then we'll finish up with some hockey. All right? We'll go in our 3 picks each. Time to get the list out. All right. We all won our Thursday game. We all went to Seahawks. Thank God. We said before, Monday it was just an even. So it was pick 'em, and we all picked Seahawks. So, all right. I brought it up. I'll start.
That's how that works.
Yeah. That's exactly how it works.
I heard Jordan bring it up, so I'm going to start.
Oh. All right.
It should be I'm in last, I start, but okay, we'll go.
Hey, we could.
Now we want to bury you, Tom. You're going to stay.
Hey,
you guys gotta watch out for the game of the week this week. 1 o'clock. The Bengals host the Cardinals. Game of the week.
Okay, are you going with the team on that?
No. I'm going. The Jaguars are -5.5. The Panthers are -5.5 favorites over the Jaguars at home. Going the Jaguars.
So Jags +5.
Yes.
Minshew mania.
I love that Jaguars defense.
Okay. Go ahead. You could.
No, you can go, Tom. You can go.
That's very kind of you, Ringo. Very kind of you. A lot of games I actually like on this. A good amount of them.
I don't like many of them.
I don't like anything.
Yeah, I don't like anything. Yeah, I'm the same as Ringo. I don't like any of them.
All right. Well, let's see here. I'm gonna go with. I'll go Ravens -3.5 against the Steelers.
That's a good pick.
All
I wasn't
right.
gonna pick it.
I'm
the
gonna.
Steelers, but.
I'm going to go. I want to do something risky, but I don't know. All right, screw it. I'm just going to do it. Colts +11.
Ooh.
Okay,
against the Chiefs.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
looking at the game, I was
Chiefs
thinking,
defense is not good.
But I was thinking about the game.
totally
The Colts
see,
battle. It seems like they're always.
They lost last week, but against
I
Houston.
can see it. I can see it blowing up in my face, but I'm going to take the risk.
All right, I'm up now. don't like any of these games. I don't like any of these games.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Well, you two.
How about we just pick one game this week?
You two pick
the Saints
underdogs.
are 3-point favorites over the Bucks. I'm going with the Bucks.
Jesus, Jordan.
Yeah. Going with the underdogs this week.
I know the Bucks put up 50 on the Rams.
Yeah.
Bucks +3. The Rams' defense is obviously not what it was or what it should be, and I have to find a new fantasy.
Actually.
Well, it's down. It's down. It's rained down.
Because the Saints' defense plays better now without Breeze in.
Well, because they know they actually have to,
I'll
both teams
stick
down.
Stick with the Bucks. All right. Who's up, Tom?
Yeah.
Tom's up, yeah.
Whew.
This is a rough week.
I don't know. Chicago's -5.5
I was looking at that.
against the Raiders. Oh, man. There's a few good ones I'd like here. Like the Patriots against the Redskins. The Patriots -15.5. Like that I like, but I don't know.
16 points, though.
Well, that they had that against the Jets.
I know. Is the
the key
term
word there.
Let's go, Tom.
Okay. Oh, coming for Jordan, who just took a second. Okay. Well, fine. I know I was going to go with it, so I'm going to go with this one now so I can think about my other one. Going, obviously, my team, Giants, Vikings, Giants +5.
Oh, my God.
Hey, it has worked out for me.
The Vikings are a disaster right now.
And +5. It's not like the Giants have to win.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I'm up. Can we do over-unders?
We did do that for a little bit, but no.
I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I have no choice. I'm gonna do the Saints -3. I'm gonna do the opposite of what Jordan did.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I don't know what to do right now, and Saints are home, so I'm gonna hopefully ride that into a win.
Somebody's
scared,
losing.
I'm not confident with it, but I'm taking it.
All right, last 3 games, Jordan. What are you going?
I'll go. My fantasy team defense has been on a tear lately, so I'm going to go Bears -5.5 against the Raiders.
You bitch.
They've been so good for me like the past 3 weeks. The defense, and they're out. Like no one's blocking Khalil Mack right now, so I'm going with them.
I was thinking
Tom.
it. All right. Well, Jordan and Ringo, someone's losing, someone's winning. I might as well hop on that bandwagon, join the fun because I'm a couple games back. Chiefs -11.
Yeah.
You Ringo.
Coming at you.
This could be an awful week for me.
Everyone makes a game up on Ringo.
Yeah, we can make a huge jump on Ringo, and vice versa.
I'm not gonna be happy about that one. Should I just attack one of you guys back?
Go for it.
Go ahead.
I don't know what I would do though.
Vikings -5.
Actually, I could go Vikings.
I could be tied with Ringo.
I would stay away from that game in general.
I know.
I'm
gonna.
The Giants, you don't know what you're gonna get.
I want to pick the Falcons or the Texans, but the Falcons have destroyed me the last 2 weeks.
I was gonna say I would have went with Houston if I had to pick that game.
I know. This is awful. You know what? Chargers -6.
I was just looking at that game.
Chargers -6.
So lock it in, Tom, on your
against the Broncos.
Those are our picks. I'll probably forget them by the time I leave the house, and I'll find out if I won on Monday.
I think this is the most underdogs we have taken in our picks.
I've taken 2 out of my 3 were underdogs.
Yeah, so
I took 1.
4 in total.
Yeah, you had 1. You both had 1 each, and then me. But all right, quickly before we go off, we have a couple more minutes left. Hockey starting up. Hockey started off Wednesday. Rangers picked up yesterday. A shootout win. I poorly. They didn't win in a shootout. It was a shootout in terms of score.
For what we use in baseball and what we use in football, calling it a shootout, we can't do that.
Yeah, we can't do that in hockey. It's an actual shootout. A high-scoring game win. There we go. Yeah, Islanders. Rangers outlast the Winnipeg Jets 6-5. The Winnipeg Jets have no defense. I thought that would be a problem going into the year. It might be. Hellebuck looked inconsistent last year. Didn't look good last night. It is one game, but I'm going to analyze one game. I'm not going to overanalyze it. Panarin had a goal and assist. Jacob Trouba, former Jets defenseman, now on the Rangers, had a goal and 2 assists. Mika Zibanejad looks like a stud. He had a great game last night. A guy I wish the Islanders had. Lundqvist led in 5. It is one game against a high-powered Jets offense. That is the Winnipeg Jets offense, not the New York Jets offense.
Very
That's
low,
for sure.
low-powered offense.
Low-powered offense in New York, high-powered in Winnipeg. Winnipeg has their defensive problems.
At least one Jets team is doing something.
One Jets team has a good offense compared to the New York the football team. The Rangers outlast 6-5. It was back and forth. Every time the Rangers scored, Winnipeg came right back and tied it, and then vice versa. And then the Rangers were able to take the lead off a Brett Howden goal late, and then Brendan Smith put the empty netter in, and they win. It wasn't 6-5. It was 6-4. They won. 6-4. They won. They got the empty netter at the end. So yeah, Rangers win their opener. Good for the Rangers. Islanders got their opener tonight. Islanders open up tonight against Washington. It is expected because Braden Holtby got the nod against St. Louis in St. Louis on Wednesday. The Capitals will go with their top prospect and top goaltending prospect in the league, Ilya Samsonov. He's been a highly touted goalie prospect ever since he came to the Capitals organization. He'll most likely, the rumor is he gets the nod in his NHL debut tonight.
No word on
who starts tonight, Grice or Varlamov. Islanders do have a game Sunday against Winnipeg at home.
That Ringel and Jordan are hoping to go to, but their ticket buying process did not go well.
But anyway,
Ringel bought 6 tickets, only got 4, so you're gonna have to snub 2 people or figure it out real quick.
Yeah. So,
oh God.
Yeah, Islanders open up tonight at home at the Coliseum, then they go back to the Coliseum on Sunday against Winnipeg. It's same as last year. I don't know what we're going to get from this Islander team. You don't know what you get. They added that third-line center in Brassard. You get the Hosang drama going on where they waived him. No one picked him up, and now he's not reporting to the AHL team. And now the agent apparently rumored that he wants to be traded. Nobody wanted you in waivers for free, pretty much. And now someone's going to trade for you? I don't think so. So it's Hosang drama.
Well, if they got him on waivers, they would have to pick up the contract that he's currently on, correct?
Then they would have to trade stuff for him and pick up his contract. So why would a team
That's
want
true.
to do that?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Unless the Islanders entice the offer to get rid of him. That's the only thing. I don't see the Islanders doing that. So he's probably staying in with the Islanders. Thomas Hickey got waived, didn't get cleared. Thomas Hickey's in the minors. Noah Dobson was their big defensive prospect last year. Comes up, he's going to be on the 20-man roster. Whether he starts tonight, I don't know, because you have names like Boychuk and Leddy in there. I definitely see Leddy starting. The only one I see that he'll take is Boychuk, possibly. Noah Dobson taking spot is Boychuk. So, yep, Islanders tonight at 7, home against Washington. We don't know who's going for the Islanders, whether it be Grice or Varlamov. That's not really there's no real number one starter on the island. It's just just like last year, it was Lehner and Grice. There was no true number one going into the season. There's no true number one going into this season. We'll figure out as we go.
Hey, hopefully it works out the same way.
I feel
there's no way. That was a lightning in a bottle.
They're two good goalies. Grice played good last year, and Grice has had a good tenure with the Islanders, and Varlamov's a solid goalie if he can stay healthy. Dude can't stay healthy. That's his biggest problem. So that's a quick Islander recap. Not really much to talk about with the Islanders. We'll come back Monday with 2 games from the Islanders to talk about. We'll come back Monday. What did the Jets look like on Sunday? How did Daniel Jones look in his 3rd career start? And
Yankees.
What are the Yankees looking like on Monday? So a lot to talk about on Monday's show.
They'll be playing Game 3 on Monday.
Yep. No.
Yeah.
Yes, because they'll have Sunday off to
They'll
travel.
have Sunday off. Yeah. So they'll be playing Game 3.
How are the Yankees going into Game 3 in Minnesota? Are they up? Are they tied? Or are they down 0-2? That's worst case scenario. You got Islanders. You got Jets. You got Giants. You got Yankees.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive on Monday.
Maybe the Mets will have a new manager.
Maybe
so
the Mets
will have a new
manager
Mets
Monday. Yeah. A lot to talk about on Monday. Any closing remarks? Because we'll close it out here.
Let's see if I could close every show with like a stat or something interesting.
Go ahead,
Russell
Tom.
Wilson.
Hey, wait, let's close it out with a question. Will DJ LeMahieu be in the lineup tonight?
Yes, he will be. If he's not, I'm going to laugh hysterically. But Russell Wilson, last 19 games, 42 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
I saw that stat. That's insane.
crazy.
I saw that when I woke up today. That's insane.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, good thing I picked him over Ben Roethlisberger in fantasy.
Yeah, good thing.
My season would have been
not
over.
a good thing for not a good thing for our friend Nick.
Yeah, Nick had him. So, all right. Thanks for the stat, Tom. I saw that before. It's insane. That's going to close it out. Jordan, Tom to my right, Ringle in the Skype. Ringle put out the tweet. If you want to follow him on his Jets account at Jets Center, He talks all Jets, anything all Jets.
It's actually at NY Jets.
At NY Jets. Another
here we
go.
go.
That one I don't know. That's not my account, so I don't know that one. Just follow
That's
the
what makes it worse. You don't know ours.
Follow the show at @sports_show on Twitter, iTunes, and Spotify, and YouTube at Impractical Talker Sports Show. Now you can get Ringle's Jets account at NY Jets Center. All Jets news. He tweets injury updates, game updates. You want it, you got it. Go follow him. Find our personals: Tom Kinley, Jordan DeLuciano, Mike Ringle. We will see.
See, that's not our personals.
Just type that in, you'll find us. Because I don't remember all. I know my ads. I don't know your ads. Just find. You could find. You go on the show's Twitter account. Go on our bio at @sports_show. In the bio is our handles. So if you find our Twitter account, which that's our @ you can find our Twitters, our personals, and then you can find Ringle's Jet Center account. So
we're not asking for a lot of research out of you guys. Just a little bit.
What?
We're not asking a lot of research. You just got to click our Twitter.
All you have to go on the sports show's Twitter account, and you'll be able to find our personals and Ringle's Jet Center account. You will. So,
we promise.
We promise. It'll be there. All right? We'll see you Monday. A lot to discuss. Until then, have a good weekend.